man, I mean, on your station.
My life is so beautiful. You know, say yeah, it's all about Breadman.
And I say this is the original Chronic Saint. You're tuned into the original Breadman. Keep it locked. Rastafari said that. Ease out.
Yeah, you don't know this is a girl bad girl Cecile representing for Breadman.
All who genuine Breadman, reroute them. And all who are touch, we mute them. Them no smoke, them no sick, them no have pink eye, but them yeah in red. Yeah man, Breadman. We're better than everything. All Steadman.
Okay, over.
We'll get some breakfast early in the morning. It's a Saturday morning.
Over $50,000 for anything. It has to have some kind of, how should I say, appeal. Like as far as appearance is concerned, it has to be, and not no normal $30,000 worth of appeal. Nah, it has to have $80,000 to $100,000 worth of appeal. I'm not opening the door and I'm looking at it. Looks just like a Ford Escort or a Ford Explorer. Not for $80,000. Consider we could get a Ford Explorer for $15,000, $10,000 to $15,000, like the basic model.
What, new? A new Explorer? No.
New Explorer is what? 20 grand the most. Brand new.
You're crazy.
Basic model.
You're crazy.
Basic model, bro.
You're crazy.
Basic model. I mean, you can pay anything
Hey
you want to
Google,
pay.
what is the base price? The base on what they call it?
Explorer. Ford Explorer.
Hold on. Hey Google, what is the base MSRP for the Ford Explorer?
According to the free dictionary, all free backflow can.
Alright, hold on, stop.
Without the additional charges that may be added, such as handling or shipping charges, sales tax,
Sorry,
optional equipment
she's answering something I didn't ask her. Hold, let's try this again. Hey Google, what is the base MSRP for a Ford Explorer?
The 2022 Ford Explorer is listed by the manufacturer at a starting price of $33,745.
That's the base Explorer.
Nah, it's not. It's what they're charging you. How much is it actually worth? She's not going to be able to tell. That car's worth a whopping $7,000 to move. They always...
Yo, you're bugging right now. This is going on the internet. You know, you're not getting those. When is the last time you bought a brand new car for $7,000?
Hello? Do you think the dealer, if they actually sell a car for what they're worth, you think they make no money? Those cars are worth a whopping $7,000 right off the line. If that much.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing I'm going to tell you right now. Why you're... If I was to get an Explorer right now, right? That you supposedly say that if that's the case, then you should go buy thousands of Explorers for $7,000 because I know thousands of people that will pay you $14,000 for whatever Explorer you're talking about, and they'll pay it quickly because it's worth more than that.
Oh, okay. I'm almost certain.
So that means you'll be doubling your money. So I'm willing to invest in you.
No problem. No problem.
So you're gonna go get me the $7,000 Explorer?
Hold on a second, because you got this market, this imaginary market. No one is buying Explorers. I don't know about you, but
I bet you I could find somebody to buy an Explorer for if you put an Explorer, a brand new Explorer for $10,000 right now. I bet you I could get somebody to buy it by the end of today.
I'm almost certain if I get a
I bet you give me 24 hours.
I
will sell that car in 24 hours.
No problem, but I can almost bag and package a bag of shit for $10,000 and I can find someone to buy it. You're not really making a point.
No, I'm talking about what you're saying. You're telling me that you could get a brand new Explorer for $7,000, which is mind-boggling to me.
You can get a brand new Explorer for $7,000.
Not me. I don't know where you're getting this Explorer from.
Reality check. Reality check. In order for the factories to make, they have to multiply how much the car is actually worth. They gotta inflate the value of the car. No car is worth that. No car is worth that much.
How do you detect the worth of a car? Then maybe that's what I need to ask you.
Right off the line. Like I don't really detect the worth. Like
we
did classes.
No, how do you come up to $7,000? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, no problem. While I was in the military, we had actual classes because so many people would lose money and making bad investments on cars. So we actually had a 3-day course on buying cars. Because so many people in the Marine Corps would make so many stupid mistakes. First thing first, when they come right off the line at Ford, they're not worth no 20 nothing. They don't come up to $7,000. In fact, I'm giving them $3,000. Those cars right off the factory line are worth a whopping $3,000. In order for the companies to make any money, they gotta inflate everything because they gotta pay for the robotics, they gotta pay for this, and then the dealer come and he inflates it some more because they gotta pay for the salesman, and they gotta. No car is worth more than.
Like I said, just answer the question I'm asking you. How do you come up to your value that you're talking about of $7,000?
This was given to me by actual people that did research in the military.
And what do they value? And what do they value? I still don't know what they're valuing to $7,000.
The metal and the rubber, just like your body, the human parts, the human you with the meat.
I understand. You don't need to go.
$1
Tell me the metal and the rubber.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
The metal and the rubber. That's it.
$3,000. That's it.
So
the electrical parts, all of the components, everything, $3,000.
So this is okay. Now I'm getting to where I'm finally getting to. So it seems, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems what you're saying is that the value of the car is $7,000 because it's $7,000 worth of material that it takes to make the car.
If that much. I'm giving them.
That's what you're saying, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that much.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. What money is not material. Money is your sweat and tears, your blood, what you do to create what she does. Money is when she spends an hour to plot up somebody here. It's nothing to do with the material that she's using. It's the time and the technique, the years it took for her to know her craft, to do what she's doing. Somebody could do it the same way, but don't do it as skilled as she is. That doesn't make it the same worth. Hers costs more because she knows what she's doing and she's doing it at a better quality. So you could give me the same material that makes what name there? You could give me the same material that makes a Lada, and that same material makes I'm not even gonna go high, whatever. Make a Honda Pilot. It's the same material, but the Honda Pilot has more value because it's crafted better. You're gonna drive the Lada for 3 years and then you end up on the side of the road. You're gonna drive the same material in the Honda Pilot and end up to drive it to 300,000 miles. You cannot give that the same value.
I want to agree with you, but based on the fact that I actually know a little bit better, no car is really meant to go make over three years anyway. Like, no car, no matter how much you pay for it, because the dealership is not going to make no money that way. These cars are all made out of these faulty material, pot metal, plastics that are really hard. Nothing.
How long have you had your car?
My car?
Yeah.
Oh, the car before I replaced it with a Honda.
No, I'm talking the car that you have right now. When are you gonna get it? The people don't know nothing with it.
2 years.
So you only have 1 year left on your car that you're saying.
Guaranteed, yeah. I'm not sure what's gonna happen after 3 years. I'm not sure, Leon. Like I gotta be honest, I'm not sure.
I'm going from experience. I don't know about you people out there, but I've driven. I've never, because I've learned from my parents. I remember my father bought. Sorry, I don't know about you GMC lovers, but my father bought his first GMC. It lasted him 4 months. That was no value. My first car was a 1982 Datsun Maxima. Older than that GMC, whatever my father bought. That car lasted me for, 2 years? And the only reason I lost it is because somebody ran in the back of it. The car would have still been driving. There is different quality in craftsmanship, and you have to pay for that. That is not free. Craftsmanship costs money. Craftsmanship costs more than material. Way more than material.
Yeah, but I decide the value of your craftsmanship.
No. You never do. Any consumer that comes to me for my craftsmanship and telling me that he's deciding Terry, sorry, you gotta come into this. Yo, if somebody come to you and tell you that they might tell you how much they might pay for you to do them here, and they're telling you, you know what? I think it only should be $5 for you to do my hair. Come, start.
Come on, man. We spoke about this.
Yeah, don't do the hair.
Who has the right to dictate the price?
You dictate my price. I tell you my price.
Exactly, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
You're living in a fictitious world if you think that you're going to dictate anybody's price.
No problem. I personally will go somewhere else where my money, right? Where I'm going to decide how much I'm going to pay.
That's always your option. That's always your option.
But it's all, we all have options because guess what?
But just because you go somewhere else, that doesn't change the person's price that you just walked away from.
And then a lot of people,
you know that, right?
All right. A lot of people, or should I say, overestimate their worth, especially like as far as hairstylists are concerned. Because now that you brought that as an example, my first military, like I went to California, my first military cut. that I got. I used to get them because I was stationed in Camp Pendleton, in North Carolina first, so I didn't have any problems with as far as we're on the East Coast, as far as haircuts and stuff like that. I got stationed in Camp Pendleton in California, in Oceanside. The West Coast, the barbers are different. Bang! Over here, it's $5 for a shape-up. I went over there, this gentleman looked at me, he did what he had to do, and he looked at me and he said, how much do you think this is worth? And I said, $10. And he was like, well, I am going to charge you $35. So a lot of the time, people exaggerate, because that was one of the worst haircuts I've ever gotten. In fact, that was the last haircut. I'm not even exaggerating. That haircut was the last haircut that I've ever gotten in my life. Remember that. If you notice, stop cutting me hair after that. Because you are valuing your worth way more than you're not worth. Your work ethic is worth $10.
Now, what you just said, to be honest with you, I would have walked away from because of course I'm going to find out the price before we even go through that and everything. And if I didn't, I'd pay the man the $35.
I did pay him.
And my thing is, I wouldn't stop cutting my hair or whatever. If
Just
I want to
to go
cut my
back
hair, I want to
there.
live my life or whatever, but I'm not going back to him. Because, of course, we have a difference in opinion on your value. But I have to respect the man's value. I can't tell him, I will never tell you, you need to change your price. That's why I'm going to pay him his $35
I'm not
and
gonna
say,
tell,
have a good day.
First thing, I'm personally not going to tell anyone. I'm never going to, because one, it's not like...
And why is that? Why are you not going to tell them?
Because it's not my place.
Why is it not your
Because
place?
a lot of people that overestimate their...
Why is it not your place? So you know where I'm getting to. Because you cannot place the value on that. On
No, whoa. If I'm a barber and you're overcharging me as another barber, nigga, I am not only am I going to argue, but I'm going to pay you what you're worth. Not what you think you're worth.
Oh, see,
Based
then you're
on
gonna
my
be in problems. You're gonna be in
experience,
problems.
No, I'm not going to be
You're
in
gonna
problems.
be even in court. You'll be in problems because you don't have a leg to stand on right there.
Nah.
You don't.
You can't say I can't be a qualified barber and you're no.
That,
I know
even if you're a qualified barber, that does not give you the right to dictate another person's price or value.
Yes, I do.
You
I
can
have
dictate
an
in
idea
your
what
head.
he's doing.
Yeah, like I said,
have
the
an
only repercussion you could do is to stop entertaining this person's business. You can never listen. That's thief. That's a criminal act that you just did. If I tell you that I just did something for you that my price was $35, and you're gonna say no, it's worth $15. I can call the police and get a police report and sue you for my $20.
No problem. I'll see you in court.
And I will win.
I'm not sure.
I will win. Yes.
I'm not sure about
Of course I will
I'm
win.
not sure about that. Especially with the fact that you
You don't have the right to tell me my price. You never do. The right that you do have is to ask me the price before you get services. You do have that right. I don't have to tell you, but you do have that right to ask. And most likely, if in my place of business, usually I have it posted. And if you come in here, you come and take my services, and gonna tell me that you're gonna pay me what you feel like paying me, we'll see you in court, and you're gonna lose.
I mean, for a lot of times, like first thing, bartering, like I don't know about you, but bartering is actually a thing. Because even the prices that are on those cars that we first started talking
Bartering is only a thing when when all parties are, you know what I'm saying, are consenting to this bartering system. He's not consenting to your bartering system. You're forcing it on him by telling him that you're going to pay him $15 for his $35 service. That's no longer bartering.
All due respect, like we don't get to use how should I say, our personal experience. Like we're not dumb. Like you're just gonna sit there and have somebody rob you. Like we don't use common sense to it.
Actually, what I'm telling you is that that's your fault. That's why I brought it up. You have the right to ask the price before you get your services rendered. Once your services are rendered, you're supposed to pay the value of the service.
I guess.
It's your fault. If you're ever in that situation, you've messed up. You cannot blame that person. You have messed up. And by you doing that, you're robbing the person now, and they're going to beat you in court.
I've had it done to me before.
Yeah.
In the middle of the service. Oh, that's what it's cost? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. If I knew before, I wouldn't have. Okay. Have to sit and finish the whole service.
Well, that's why I stopped going, because the whole confusion. Because there's at no point in time I'm getting a lineup and it's $35. I'm sorry.
In business.
It comes with other stuff too, like a steam.
In business that
No, I'm not saying for you, but from my last bad experience, he charged me $35 per lineup. And then I actually
Location.
went to the barracks.
Ladies and gentlemen, in business, all I'm saying is this. In business, what I've learned is that if you make your customers dictate your price of your product or service, you're gonna fail. You should know the value of your product and service. Make it reasonable, and then you will succeed in business. If you try to overvalue your stuff, you'll have customers that will walk away from you. But you dictate your price, never your customers. That's all I have to say.
Make it reasonable. Make it reasonable. Keep it civil and make it reasonable. Because ain't nothing like a customer paying you that one time, your exorbitant price, and never coming back.
One of the main flaws I've seen over the years that people starting a business is that they don't think about the return customer. Because that's what grows a business.
They don't.
So when they think about it, sometimes you could even, because as a business owner now, I could see that, you know what, maybe this person is a valued customer that, okay, I will enter into the bargain, but to me, I choose that. You don't force me into a bargaining
No
system.
problem.
But I'll say, okay, I'll charge them the $15, but listen, my price is $35, bro.
I mean,
pay me
I've had barbers that
you should have asked me this beforehand, but my price is $35, and I'm looking for this one-time thing because I don't usually do this. I'll take your $15. Have a good day.
I've had barbers that actually, just realize that, bro, I'm not done. So they'll say, same just like how you say, I usually charge, but this time I'm gonna da. And I respect that too. I'm not going back though. You know what I mean? Because regardless of how you feel about your services, I don't feel the same way. You know what I mean? And I actually want the most for my value of my money.
I understand, but the operative thing about that whole scenario I'm talking about is that the only person that's supposed to be able to change that is him.
I'm not exactly sure because the customer is supposed to be always right.
Not when it comes to prices, bro. If that was the case, then we could go to the supermarket and get my whole grocery supply.
Nah, but if I don't value your service as much as you value yourself, like, bro, no matter what you do or how much I'm not paying you that. Yo, you're not that valuable to me.
No business thrives off of one customer.
Understood.
So that's what I'm saying. You still don't have that power.
I actually do. It's my
The
money.
only way you have that power is if, like I said, the person's being totally unreasonable and now you have a collective of customers that decided that they're not going to patronize your business. Then that works against you and that's the customer's fault. But still, that's the only thing that the customer can do is to stop patronizing the business. If I open up a business, right? Listen to it, I open up a restaurant and I say my cooking is this good compared to everybody else cooking around here. My cooking is good. Everybody's charging $5 a plate. I'm charging $10 a plate because my shit is that good. You come in, you say, yo, I charge $10 a plate for your food and yo, down the road up there, so everybody I charge $5.
So,
why you believe that yours is $10, right? Me not buy your food. 100 people walk through here. And out of the 100 people, 5 out on the oxa. I say, yo, me not pay the food. Some people even say, yo, they share the food and say $10. Some of them say, yo, at $10? All right, I'll pay you this time, but I ain't freaking coming back. And then go home and they eat the food. I said, $1 more o'clock, the food really worth $10. And they come back. You know what the value of that food is? It's $10, bro.
Yeah, but how?
It's not your $5 is because you thought so. Because even though the people that thought sometimes like you, because there's going to be some people that's going to be like, I'm not buying it. There's some people that's going to buy it and say, I'm not coming back. But if the food is worth $10, those ones that bought it and said they're not coming back and ate it, they will come back.
Oh, but I'm going to keep it a stack with you. Food is one of those that you have to grade with a curve, or you got to give it an exemption because right now, it might be a good idea for you to buy the most expensive food that you could possibly buy and can afford because it is going on the inside of your body to feed your person. So as far as food is concerned, it's going to be a little iffy and hang. You got to be careful with it because a lot of people overvalue their cooking. They cannot cook. You understand? But they're using organic food. How do we work that part? Like the food that they're buying to supply us is more expensive than the food that some other people are buying. You know what I mean? For the most part,
but that wouldn't be the same food though. That wouldn't be the same food. The scenario we're talking about is They sell stewed chicken and white rice. That's for $5, and I'm selling stewed chicken and white rice here for $10 because I believe that my stewed chicken tastes better than any stewed chicken around here.
But this is the thing, with food, you have to be great on the curve because you can't fake good food. Like,
but you're talking about ingredient. I'm talking about taste.
But that's what it is.
About
it doesn't.
That's what brings the customer
back. You can't fake good taste. Like you have to actually take the care that you need.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This person really has the taste.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm also adding to the fact that food is not really a good judge as far as concrete. Like it's worth this much. It can't because
what?
Because one, right? It's different levels of goddamn ingredients that they use. It's different levels of love. It's a different level of care, and certain people do not care about their customers.
Listen to me.
They don't cut no meat off of the oxtail. They don't cut no fat. That in itself, my friend.
Everyone can argue that about their craft, though.
Not really. Now your car salesman can't argue. He doesn't. Car salesman
car salesman didn't build a car.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't dictate.
But that's his craft. He's selling.
But he doesn't dictate the value of the car, though. He doesn't dictate the car manufacturer dictates the value of the car.
Does it?
Yes. It works off of him. The car salesman might add his little dealer fees for his little money,
a lot.
But that's not the value of the car.
They add a lot.
But that's not the value of the car, though. That's not the value. We're talking about the value of the product. You get what I'm saying? So even when these are the two things in enterprise: product and services. So when we're talking about food, when you talk about the organic food or whatever, that is the product, but the service of cooking that food, and like you said, the care and trimming the fat and doing certain things that makes the meal taste that much better or even that much more gratifying to your system. That's where the true value of that dish comes from. That's why I said money is your blood and your sweat. It's not about the materials. It's the blood and the sweat. Materials is part of the value, but the main part of the value is your blood and your sweat. Now, when it comes, if we go back to barbering, some layman's people, even me, like I'm not a barber, I might look at it and be like, yo, barber just like that, especially me, I shave my head. Who can't shave somebody's head? You get what I'm saying? But let's say I'm not a person that usually shave my head. I usually have a nice line up, and you know what I'm saying? Or even if no, we're not even going to the braids. Let's just stay with the haircut, right? A nice line up with my goatee connecting on it like that. You could go to some barbers that they just don't make you look right. And then you find this one barber like, yo, damn, every time this nigga cut me, oh! The guy named Sugar now. You know what I'm saying?
Let me charge you $10.
Yo, if he's gonna come to me one day and say, yo, I know everybody be charging $10, I used to charge $10, but you know what I realized? I'm better than the rest of these niggas. My cut is not $20, bro. It's your choice to say, yo, is he bugging? He's overvaluing his thing. Or you're gonna be like, yo, he really is better because everybody else I go to. I could stop messing with him and start paying $10 for these other niggas with my mediocre cut and girls walk past me. Or I could continue and pay my $20 and steal the girl them sugar. So, yo, his value, he's the one that dictates the value to that. He's saying, yo, I'm putting different effort into cutting your hair to make sure, because I understand the contours, and maybe you don't have to break it. I understand the contours of your face, so I know that this is the best way to have your face symmetrically fit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna expound on that point because I am gonna talk from personal experience, Leon. I have a beautiful, I try my best not to go by written material or stuff that I've read or even school. Personal experience. I try to live my life. I try to, if I gotta give advice for personal experience. My actual, my barber, I have a barber right now. It's just that I don't need him. But I have a barber that's been cutting me since I was 14. Right? Jamie's called, he charges me $10 up to this day. I have started giving him $20 15 years ago because I value his work way more than he values his work. So sometimes, Leon, it's experience-wise, because a lot of times I get that more than they ask for, because I value what you've done.
I understand that, but still, you know what the value of that Even in that case, that's interesting you brought that up. That case, the value is still $10. You're giving him basically you're giving him a tip. And even though you consider that the value is $20, the fact that he doesn't know it, it makes the value still $10. Because
but I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
He dictates the value.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's gonna be a little crazy now.
Why?
Because then, friggin', Jamie's been cutting my hair for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if he goes to a regular barber shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna charge everyone else his 20 years of experience. He's giving me that price because we are actual, we're friends and we're literally family.
So so the $10 is your price.
I'm thinking that because he's way better than $10. And then if we go I'm almost certain if I send somebody to him if the cut, he's not gonna charge me.
See, the way why this we're kind of getting into grade because we're specifically talking about a service now. You know what I'm saying? So with a service, why I said that, with a service, the value is still going to be up to him. If it was a product, then we could talk something different. Because if I made a product that I value at $10 and you believe that this product is $20, you get what I'm saying? You can turn around and sell that product for the $20.
Yeah, but
you know
that's
products are transferable, but services aren't. That's the difference by product and service. So definitely when it comes to a service, the person that's putting the blood in the sweat, they dictate the value.
Yeah, they do.
They are always going to dictate the value.
They do,
all you can do is refuse to pay.
Or you can just go
or refuse
else.
to indulge. Not refuse to pay, because that's thief if you get the service and then you refuse to pay. But refuse to partake.
Most definitely. I'm a strong believer in that.
I don't know whose shit this is. I don't know. Because this ain't supposed to be on it. This ain't my stuff. Leave it on that.
No, but we as I say, as far as I know, because the classes that I've gotten, we never ever are gonna get a new car for the value of a new car. It's always gonna be, how shall I say, multiplied over and over and over.
But I'm saying the way you're dictating value by material, you can't dictate value and just negate the manpower. What are you crazy?
Made by robots. What manpower are you talking
How
about?
did the robot get built?
Does it matter?
How did the program for the robot to even do what he's doing get written?
But that person's not charging for the car. He's not a part of the
That's
for the
still
car.
money. That's still money, bro.
What are you talking about? You're talking about the Ford company that was established in the 1800s, 1819? You're talking about they're really losing money on robotics?
I'm talking about everything, every product that was made has to use manpower.
No problem. And then I'm telling you, because they overvalue the stuff when they sell it to the dealer, they can afford, because they're actually robbing the customer. They can afford those robotics. They can afford all of that without.
See, what you're saying doesn't mean, because you're saying overvalue, but you're saying overvaluing, and I'm saying compensating, because that still costs money, bro. You're doing it on the back end. You're saying they're overvaluing it so that they could pay for what they already did.
No.
That is because the manpower was already done when the car is being sold.
Here we go again. We're talking about stuff that was established over 100 years ago. So as far as the monetary part, they're not going to lose no business.
You said robotics. The robotics was not established 100 years ago.
I'm talking about the Ford company that was...
I don't know what you mean by that. All right, explain what you keep on saying the Ford company.
The line. You say the line when
assembly line?
The assembly line that men used to stand there and do that, and none of that is in existence anymore.
Just because
which men are they paying?
Just like I said, you need brain power to write programs. You need
You need one person to write the programs for the whole entire factory system. So even if you're paying that one person millions of dollars, you're still saving $1 trillion.
I'm sorry. Listen. Just let me finish what I'm saying before you interrupt me. Let me finish this in the 2 times I try to say it. You need to pay the man that write the program. You need to pay the man that repairs whatever robotics is there. You need to pay even the man that cleans the damn facility. You need to pay the friggin' light bill. You need to pay the water bill. These all cost money. You're not gonna just get raw material, leather and aluminum, and just say car. It doesn't work like that. It costs a lot of money. The material is the least of it. And you're valuing the entire car on just the material. There's so much other shit into it. How could you ignore that? That's what I'm saying. Even just the energy it takes. Whether it's manpower, energy, like physical energy or electrical energy, it still costs money. It still costs oil, electricity. So you don't think that costs money? That you don't think that should be valued in the value of the car?
It is valued in the $7,000 or
You said
$3,000. All of that, the company has taken account of the electricity it's going to cost. The company has taken account of the manpower. That's why they have robotics.
I doubt that.
The
I doubt that it's going to cost you $3,000 in electricity and material and water and paint and all of that. So just in paint, alone. Just in paint alone, you reach half the $3,000.
Nah, it's gonna cost less.
You gotta do an undercoat to make sure it doesn't rust. Just the original paint on a car is not like you painting over a car in the house, in a shop where you just prime a car and then change the color. The original paint in the car, you know they got to do the undercoat, dip and all that stuff like that. How are you gonna tell me all of that costs less than $3,000?
Because I know better. I've painted before. My uncle is actually a body man. They overcharge you for everything.
I just said it to you, and you repeated exactly what I just said.
What, they overcharge you?
I said, I'm not talking about the people in the car shops that do paint your cars. I'm talking about the original paint job in a factory.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to explain to you because you really think the system is here to help. All right, for the most part.
I'm not talking about the system is here to help.
For the most part.
I'm just saying that you...
when give me a second. For the most part, when you look on the pricing list for the cars, it has all these numbers and the words that right next to the words is a number. This costs da 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 da. This costs da da. This. All of those are exaggerated.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that.
I actually know, right, how much, right, because I've damaged enough cars. Because I drive. When I was younger, I drove erratically. So I've had many of. Like I've had to actually have to spray my mom's car before she came home types. Like I had to fix it before she came home. A lot of the things that they charge us for are exaggerated, like 10 to 20 times. Especially paint.
Well, listen.
Especially paint.
Listen, because I feel like we're going over the same thing enough. So let me just break it down to you right now. What I'm saying to you, I'm not going to say that nobody doesn't exaggerate because that's enterprise. That's how you make a profit. If you're going to sell products for exactly what they're worth, then you're doing a free work or something like that. I don't know where you think that people are going to do that. That I'm going to spend my money to buy $100 worth of something to use my sweat and tears and build something and then sell it to you for $100. Why would I do that? Why would anybody do that? That's craziness. But
I mean, why would anybody do? I mean, that's technically fair.
How is that fair?
Because you are over.
Then you do it yourself then.
With what?
You go buy the material and you do it for yourself. That's what it's fair.
For the most part, that's what
But
I'm
if you cannot do that for yourself, guess what? Guess what? If you cannot do it for yourself, guess what?
I pay
Guess
the money.
what?
Exactly.
Exactly.
But that's
and
what I'm
that
saying,
doesn't mean that there's no value because you know what the value is? You can't do it.
No, but
the value is that you cannot do it, and I can.
But that's the thing for the most part, because I try to be self-sufficient. So a lot of this stuff, I don't run into these problems. Like the minute, okay, boom, oh, you want to charge me too much? I literally turn my back and go do research, bro. And I see how much that.
But even that argument when we're talking about cars, you can't do that.
What do you mean? We can't do that because it's monopolized like the system.
No. Okay. So suppose I was able to, first of all, if I was to go and buy me $3,000 worth of aluminum, you couldn't build a car with that. You know that, right?
Yeah, because it's too much aluminum.
No.
We're gonna build one big old electric car.
It ain't even enough, bro.
Okay, here we go. First thing, we can't build a car with aluminum.
Okay, so what else do we need then?
And then
we need some steel, right? So let's say I'm gonna get you how much? Tell me the ratio.
Steel?
What you want?
with these plastic things.
So tell me what you
It's
want. Plastic?
It's plastic.
So you want aluminum and plastic?
Yes.
Or you want?
No, we getting plastic. Because these cars are plastic. Come
Tell
on.
me what you want.
It's hard
Tell me what
plastic.
you want.
It's hard plastic. We get it from the recycling companies. It's not going to cost that much to recycle.
So what metal are you using?
They don't. Oh, I guess they're using metals in the car now.
Rick is
They're always using metal.
No, they're not. No,
What's your engine made out of? What plastic is? What grade plastic is your engine made out of?
Pot metal. It's a combination.
Pot
of,
what?
It's pot.
What?
It's pot metal,
What?
bro. It's not real metal.
Yo,
it's not. It's
I
a
don't understand
combination
your
of-
language now, bro.
It's a
Pot metal is not metal.
It's a combination of lead, aluminum, and all kind of crap that they've recycled, bro.
Lead is a metal. Aluminum is a metal. What's the crap now?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious because you're doing semantics right now, and I'm gonna corner you into your semantics.
Yeah.
If you're gonna tell me a car does not need metal, you don't need metal to build a car. You're talking crazy.
Compared to stainless steel, that the layman calls metal, stainless steel. Stop with the extra words.
No,
Stainless
you
steel.
knew where I was going. I'm asking you about the material, and you're trying to deviate by telling me that you don't need no metal.
I swear to God, Leon, I don't know where you're going.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell you exactly where I'm going. I'm asking you material. I'm saying.
You gotta edit that part out, cause
What?
that part, cause they give you more money if you.
That's against the law.
I didn't know that.
I don't know what it's really.
Because somebody told me.
I'm snitching.
Not because
I'm snitching.
Yeah, somebody actually told me. He was like, "Yo, Brito, we had to get him back. Yo, you didn't even do that. Go to get." And we brought a bottle to the.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I didn't
You can't do that.
More money, bro.
Money's not even us. The money is government money. We just get the use to transfer it.
I'm not even getting involved in that. I'm not even getting involved in that.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
Yeah,
that's a whole other
I
episode.
swear I'm not getting involved in that because for the simple fact I know the government don't run no money right. So like,
But truthfully, we can better. But truthfully, most countries, but definitely America loses money on pennies. It costs more in material to manufacture a penny than 1 cent.
Yes. And back to the car situation. For the most part, Jago people, the dealers and the manufacturers are never gonna let you know. And you're not gonna find this on the Wikipedia, no internet. This is like classified information. Be advised, it's an unsecure line about to give out some classified information. Those cars coming right off the line are worth less than 1/3 of the value that's on. They're less than 1/3 of the value. In order for the company to make an exorbitant amount, like slightly violate us, they put those prices on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to the car dealership, you're gonna buy a new car. Go down the list, and you can haggle with them until you get a price that you are satisfied with, or you could turn and walk away. Please remember this. You can haggle with them for as long as you want until you get a price that you are satisfied with, or you have that choice because this is hard-earned money to walk away. Do never pay full price for any car. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to repeat this twice more. Don't ever, under no circumstance, go to the dealership and pay the number on the window. I repeat, that price is exaggerated to catch the fool that wants to give away his money. I say no more.
Hey, like what you said, he has the right. You have the right. If you want to haggle, of course, there's dealers that you can haggle. But all I'm saying is that the dealer has the right to keep his price.
Yes, he does.
You do not have the right to dictate the dealer's price. You can haggle if the dealer wants to haggle with you. Then you gotta haggle in situation, and y'all could do whatever y'all want to do and negotiate. Mm-hmm. But if the dealer's not willing to negotiate, there's only one thing you can do is walk out. Mm-hmm. Because it's his choice and it's his value. Now, with what Rick just said, I'm sorry, I gotta put a disclaimer what he said. I think it would be highly improbable and highly impractical for you to come into a dealer and want to negotiate 1/3 of the price that he's asking. Meaning you want to pay $10,000 for his $30,000 car. He's gonna laugh at you and tell you. I'm sorry.
I bet he won't. I bet you he won't. And we're gonna do a vlog on this. We're gonna do, cause my wife is gonna get a new car. We're gonna do a vlog on this. I guarantee you, no matter what price you go with they are not kicking you out of no dealership.
No.
Never.
Let me clarify since he didn't understand. I'm sure you guys understood what I just said. So I'm gonna clarify it for him again. You can haggle, but if you go in there asking 1/3 of what they're asking for, they're gonna laugh you out of the delership.
They're not gonna.
This is
I promise you.
This is the challenge I'm now initiating to Rick. That I want Rick to show me him paying 1/3 of the value of a brand new car. Go into a dealer and get the dealer. What are we working on? Because I don't know if you're working on 30. I want to see you get this $30,000 car for 10 grand.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the fact that there are more stupid people in America than knowledgeable people, there's no way, shape, or form I am going to be able to do this because I say again, there are more stupid people. 85% of society have no common sense. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor or a lawyer or a college graduate. That does not give you common sense. That does not give you any logical thinking sense.
You ever hear this say no man is an island? Just because you believe it, that don't make it be. Yo, listen. I am under the realization that money has no real value. But guess what? The majority of the world is subscribed to the fact that money does have value, so I have to roll with it.
You don't have to. You could be like...
You have to. Because if I want to pay my bills, I have to use the money that everybody's rolling with.
Yeah, but you could also look at it just like...
So I could go and stand on my soapbox and say, yo, it ain't real money. How you saying I owe you that stuff? It ain't even real. And then just come take my shit.
Or you could just have some kind of common sense and say it's just a necessary evil that we need to survive.
But you just clarify that those same people that's doing that necessarily evil don't have no common sense. What? No, they have common sense because they deal with it as a necessary evil. Yo, fix up your talk.
No, that don't make you smarter, bro. You personally think some money have value. That's why you run it down.
I just said it.
No,
I don't believe
those people that you're talking about, that you're trying your best to get them say they're smarter than they actually are, think that money has value. You are not talking from their point of perspective. You're talking about from you, which you're knowledgeable. You're one of the 5%, so you know better. You're talking from that angle. You can't even really you can't really even think on them, the people that level.
I'm catching both of you.
Really understand
I'm catching both of you guys. You can cut that out.
You can't, like, you don't understand the idiots. So for the most part, you can't talk for them, brother.
No, but
money is a necessary evil that we need to survive, bro. That don't make it good, brother. That don't make it freaking valuable, bro.
But that doesn't negate it. That's what I'm saying. Just because we believe that it doesn't have no value, that doesn't negate the fact that it does have value.
We're not trying to negate anything. We're just trying to live in the world of the real. 85% of us.
But that's what I'm
stupid.
saying. I'm not gonna look at somebody and say that they're stupid because they're doing something, and I'm doing the same thing too. Because I'm not gonna say I'm doing it for a smart reason and they're doing it for a stupid reason. We're both doing the same thing.
Let me ask you something. Are you chasing the almighty dollar? Are you down here outside in pursuit of money?
Not everybody is living.
No, I'm asking you personally. I can't talk for anyone. I'm asking you personally. Like, when you go out and you do whatever you need, are you chasing the dollar?
Define chase. I would like to know what you mean by chase.
Like you're making life-altering decisions, right? Right? You don't think about family.
Everything is life-altering decisions because if you don't have a job, you're gonna be a bum and living on the street. That's life-altering. So are you chasing money when you go to work every day to make ends meet?
No. It's a necessary evil we need to survive. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are not just, a lot of people are going out there at the risk of their well-being. A lot of people are negating their family. They're neglecting their spouses. A lot of people are chasing, and you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, when you're talking about that, you're getting into a different level. Why I'm saying that, because that doesn't change the value of the money.
It doesn't have any value. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. We're the necessary evil that you're talking about. Like you said, the money is not backed up by anything. We just established that it costs more than a penny to make a penny. So none of that is feasible. But we still have the value of 1 cent to that penny. We still have the value of $1 to that piece of paper. We still have a value of $100 to the same size, same amount of paper, but just different writing on it. And now say 100, we still subscribe to that, right?
I mean, do we actually have the value, or are we just thinking?
Do you subscribe to that?
Do I personally?
Yes.
No, man.
So I want
Money
to
isn't
trade you a
necessarily
$100 bill for a $1 bill right now because they're the same material.
It is the same material.
So can you give me one?
I don't have 100. I don't have.
What you got on you?
I don't have any money.
I take anything over $1.
I don't have any money.
You don't have no cash on you?
I don't do the money.
So we could go to the bank right now. I need a $100 bill for $1 from you.
Yeah, because I'm stupid.
Why are you stupid?
I know numbers. The number on this one has more numbers on that
so
one.
So you're giving that one with the $100 more value then, right?
They wrote it to be more valuable.
Answer the question. Are you giving the one with the 100 on it more
value?
Then give me the $100 for the dollar then.
Like you see the people where I print it, I give this one value, I give that one.
Do you subscribe to it?
Yes. I live in the world of the real. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't call somebody stupid because they subscribe to it, because you're subscribing to it too.
Do I have a choice, Leon?
Neither do they. Neither do they.
All right. This is where we see the semantics. I forgot Breadman right there. So
it's not semantics.
What's what, man? The semantics, like we're talking, you don't need to say it's not semantics. The semantics, right? You're gonna bring. Watch what's gonna happen. I personally, I don't run my life chasing the.
That's semantics. That's why I said it's not semantics, because I knew you was gonna say that. Because you're going back to the person chasing the money. You chasing the money does not change the value of the money. Because the person that's chasing the money, that $100 is still $100 to me. Me trying to make ends meet, that $100 is still $100 to me. Right? You telling me about his chase is semantics.
Nah, still.
Go ahead.
Nah, it can't be semantics.
It is, because it doesn't change the value of the money.
All right, reality of the matter, right? It's gonna get a little more.
All right, guys, I had to cut it right there. You know, Rick and his wife came over to visit, and we just turned on the camera, and I thought that you guys might enjoy some of the conversations that I have, like when Rick comes over. Me and Rick is constantly debating, but we love each other, man. I love Terry, I love Rick. Both of them, that's my real peeps. So give me a comment down below if you want to hear them back on the channel. If you like the conversations that we have, we usually shoot the breeze about a lot of different things. And of course, you know what I'm going to ask you. Give me that like, the share, and the subscribe. Make sure you click that bell. So until next time, I'll hit you with something else. Sometimes I might come with some of these conversations like with Rick and Terry, like I had before with Jewel. Sometimes I hit you with the history. I don't know. I'm gonna mix it up a little. Show you what I'm really about. So, like I said, just keep tuning in. Keep on with the journey. Tell me how you like it. All right. Later.
Breadman, make yourself your life is like a dead man.